Hello, welcome to another edition of Conspirator Rocks Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of June 30th, 2021. It's a 5-week month, so this is a okay sized week, but previews comes out as well. I'll talk about previews first since I already brought it up. But yeah, the July 21 issue 394, or I don't know, number 394. This is for stuff on sale in September of 2021. Comes out. There's a couple of Jeff Lemire books in here. The first one up here on the cover is May's book. So if you like Jeff Lemire, like the Sweet Tooth stuff that's out, you should definitely check it out. And for those of you who like G.I. Joe, which my roommate does, they have a Snake Eyes gallery figure. So, but yeah, this is what you're going to use to order all of your, pre-order all your comics and stuff. Marvel, of course, has their one. And we didn't get our copies. Hopefully we'll get them next week. But DC Connect. DC's physical solicitations are supposed to be back again. Woohoo! Finally. I have not looked at DC solicitations. I mean, I've looked at it a couple times, not online, but through the Comic Hub, the thing that we use at Comics Conspiracy. And I occasionally will order, for like when it comes in at the end of a month, like normally I would do through previews. But I haven't really done that. I've been doing it at last call for order, pretty much. So if DC's learned anything, hopefully it's that, physical, actual, solicitations do help out immensely at, I don't know, bumping initial orders. DC might have seen kind of a dip in their initial ordering, where people were just not even caring about ordering it initial. They were just putting in orders at last call for order or final order cutoff. So yeah, we'll see. If I get to connect, I will definitely tell you guys and show it to you. But let's get into the books this week. First up, we have Catwoman, the 2021 annual. It doesn't have a number. It's a year. It's one of those things, they flop back and forth. It's a year or it's a number. It's a year or it's a number. Just stick with the year. The year is the better way to go. That way we know what year it was, and so on and so forth. You can still put it in an order because it's by a year. So I'm curious to see what happens in this one. Ram V has been doing a fantastic job with Catwoman, and I can't wait to dive in. Next up, we have Crossover number 7. This is normally written by Donny Cates, but apparently Chip Zdarsky took over and is writing this issue, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, Crossover's been good. It's been interesting. I cannot wait to dive in to see where it takes us. Next up is James Tynion, The Force Department of Truth. Really, really great book. Tons of just buzz around it. If you have not yet read it, go find the first trade. Pick it up. It is fantastic stuff. And James is actually up for a couple nominations this year for the Eisner Awards, which I actually participated in the voting because, 1, I'm a comic retailer, 2, I'm an educator, and I sent in a form and they let me do it. So I voted on the Eisners, which, feels cool in itself, just to be part of that whole process. I didn't vote for everything because there's some stuff I just don't know about because there's a lot of different categories. But I definitely voted for James, and for Mitch Gerards and Doc Shaner on creative team, art team on Strange Adventures. So yeah, but definitely be on the lookout for the Eisners this year. We'll see. It looks to be interesting. The books that are there are pretty interesting, and the creators are always interesting. Next up, we have Green Arrow 80th anniversary, the 100-page spectacular number 1. DC's been doing these with the anniversary of each character that's been coming out, or major characters and stuff like that. So Green Arrow's up. I'm gonna check it out. I've been getting the prior ones. They did have decade variants, which I'll show you which ones I got later on in the video. But definitely, they've all been really good and really interesting. So, and this might be a jumping on point to see where Green Arrow goes, because some of these books have actually kind of jettisoned into its own series or connected to what was going on in an existing series. But since Green Arrow doesn't have a title out right now, we'll see. Next up is another big book, and that's Infinite Frontier Secret Files. This is an 80-pager. Infinite Frontier number 1 came out last week, week or two ago. I have not yet read it. My backlog is kind of disgusting. I'll give you a hint. Once I put these books on the pile, it fills up about a shelf. So yeah, I need to sit down, hunker down, and start reading single issue books. Even though I've been kind of back into reading books, but I'll get into that later, or what I'm actually diving into later. Next up are two books. One's for my daughter, one's for my son. Marvel Action Captain Marvel #4, because my daughter likes Captain Marvel, and for Marvel Action Spider-Man for my son because he likes Spider-Man. And this one's also for my son. I have not read them just because I honestly have way too much to read. But Star Wars Adventures: The Weapon of the Jedi, issue 2 came out of the 2-issue series. So yeah, that's also for my son. Now, a Star Wars book I do pick up and read is the Star Wars High Republic 6 came out, and man, I love Rancors. Oh, they're so awesome. Yeah, love them. The High Republic's been really good. I finished reading Charles Soule, Light of the Jedi. It was a good read. The next book, Rising Storm, I believe it's called. Let me turn and check. Yeah, The Rising Storm by Kevin Scott. That's on my pile to read, my Star Wars pile to read. But that's the next one in the High Republic novel series. But Marvel's been doing a good job with at least High Republic on the comic book end. I've been enjoying that one, as well as the Adventures one, because that one I do actually read. Next up, we have Teen Titans Academy 2021 Yearbook. I'm assuming this is just the annual for the year, but because it's an academy, they put yearbook on it and make it all cool. So we'll see what happens. Teen Titans Academy has been okay. I've been enjoying it. It's very tied in with Suicide Squad, so if you have not been reading Suicide Squad, I don't know why. They're kind of interconnected. They're separating now, but definitely books that both books are good, and I enjoy both of them. Next up is a book that's back. It was on a little hiatus, and that's That Texas Blood #7. This starts a new story arc. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a really just good, solid book, and it really just harkens to kind of that small, Texas town feel, and just, the grittiness of some like crime stuff. It's just really, really good. I highly recommend That Texas Blood. I can't really put my finger on what type of book it is yet, but I do enjoy it. Next up, we have We Only Find Them When They're Dead by Al Ewing, #7. This book has been great. I've been enjoying it the entire time. It's just fantastic. If you have not yet checked it out, go and grab that first trade. It is definitely worth it. But it is an interesting concept of like space harvesters of bodies of God. So think like nowhere in Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU movie universe, where they're harvesting all of those celestial parts. That's kind of what this is, and it's pretty interesting to see. So I do recommend it. So if you get a chance, check it out. Next up, we have The Witcher: Witch's Lament #2 of 4. I've been enjoying these Witcher books that have been coming out. I need to get back into reading The Witcher itself. I read the first book. It's kind of the prelude book. I read that. Now I need to actually jump in to book 1, which is Blood of Elves here, but I haven't yet had a chance. For those of you curious, this is my kind of reading. This is my to-read shelf for just some stuff. There's more shelves over here that have to-read stuff, but cropping cuts them out. It's fantastic. But yeah, so I need to get back to that stuff. But I've been reading some of the Witcher books. I did back the Witcher board game on Kickstarter, and I'm super stoked to check that out. It looks really fun and engaging. So we'll see, but that's down the line, and just gotta wait now. I do have a book on my reading pile this week, and just to read and check out, and that's Compass: The Cauldron of Eternal Life from Image Comics. I figured we got this last week. We were shorted, so ours was delayed. So I'm actually going to give this a try and see how it is. But yeah, we'll see. You never know. Let's go through the variants I picked up. First up, I got the Catwoman Annual 2021 with a Liam Sharp cover there. It's awesome. If you did not back Liam Sharp's Encore book, you should have. So be on the lookout for his next book, which will most likely allow you to get the one that you missed. But I'll have hopefully a Kickstarter unboxing for that once it's released and shipped out to me. I still have to do my other Kickstarter release box opening over here. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and do it. But yeah, I'm just tired, really tired. Yeah. Oh yeah, still some books. Department of Truth number 10 had a really awesome variant cover. I snagged up there. It's a bunch of X's on it, XXXXXX, but it's like representative Roman numeral 10, so it really fits the just, it's really cool. So the only Green Arrow 80th anniversary variant I picked up was the 1980s variant by Gary Frank, because I thought it was Gary Frank's an amazing artist, and that was the one I really enjoyed. I've been really selective with them as it's gone on. Depends on the character whether or not I get more of them or all of them. With Green Arrow, I sat, much like Green Arrow and Green Lantern, I sat down and was like, which ones do I really want? And I picked those ones, and I didn't get the other ones. But there are decade variants out there, and hopefully your shop ordered enough for you to check them out. If not, you'll have to find them online and hopefully be able to order them somewhere. We didn't order too many of them, but sometimes you can still get them. Despite it being already out, we can order them through Lunar, and they might still have some in the warehouse, but who knows. And finally, on the variant list, we have Teen Titans Academy 2021 Yearbook. Had a pretty cool variant, so I picked that one up. There was only one book that I got today that's also for kids, and that's The Mystery of the Meanest Teacher, a Johnny Constantine graphic novel. Yeah, I've been grabbing these. I've read a couple of them. I enjoy them. My son's starting to pick them up and read through them, and he seems to like them a lot. So yeah, as long as they keep reading, I will keep buying. But once they stop reading, that's when I stop buying. I mean, no, I'm probably still going to buy, but you should stop buying because they need to be reading. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my pull list this week. I am reading currently the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. It's interesting. I'm enjoying it. It's in the Wayfarer book series. I think Wayfarer series, which is the name of the ship that they're on. Excuse me, but it's an interesting read. It's a ragtag group of space, black hole punchers. Basically, they're basically like infrastructure transportation people working on roads, but they're working in space and building black holes. So yeah, but really solid book. I've been enjoying it. I actually picked up the next book in the series from the library, A Closed and Common Orbit. So hopefully I'll get to that one as well. I also need to finish Like Lions by Brian Panowich. I'm about 40 pages into it. It's good. I enjoyed it. It's the Bull Mountain stuff. But I renewed it 3 times and had to go to the library and pick up another copy. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot that I'm reading. I was given a Kindle, so I'm testing out a Kindle to see how I like reading on it. So far it's okay. It makes it kind of simple just to dive right in instead of kind of having to hold a book and do all that stuff. But I definitely feel it's a good thing for traveling. I've been starting to try and be a little healthier in taking walks at night that are about 3 miles or so. And it's well lit in enough areas that I can actually read while walking. And so, yeah, that's, it's a talent that I have, and doing it at night is even more tricky. Sometimes, take a shot, but that's it. Yeah, I know I did not get the last week's video up. That should be going up with this one. I apologize for that, but, my roommate, his girlfriend had come over last week and we were playing Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. And we had a great time, even though we lost the side quest. But we still had a good time, and we're doing it again this tonight, this Wednesday night, before they go off to Disneyland tomorrow. So I'm super excited to dive back into Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion with them. But yeah, it did cut into when I was able to upload my video, And I could have done it honestly over the weekend, but I was really just trying to relax. I haven't had a really good relaxation time in a while. And I didn't really get too much relaxing, but we'll see if that improves. But yeah, so hopefully this video will be up with the other one soon. You guys can enjoy it, and hopefully I'll be able to sit down and do my unboxing video for the other Kickstarter book that I backed that has now come in. So, but with that said, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments down in the comment section below. It's down there. Be nice. Internet's, keep this area nice. Yeah. You can ask questions, comment, or whatever. Let me know what you're reading, all that fun stuff. Appreciate when people do interact. I know, I yawn. It's weird. It's being in front of a screen some screens have started at certain times to make me tired. So like Tuesdays when we're reading off names for pull boxes and filing books, I start to get everyone falls asleep. Me, Marshall, Ryan, all of us start to doze off because we're just staring at the screen, and this kind of feels like that because you're just doing similar motion over and over. But one of these days. So yeah. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 506 last night. It should be up. I know they haven't had any actual posts, which I normally link to. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but you can find us on Apple, Spotify, all that wonderful stuff. There's at least a link in the description below where you can get to the podcast main page, and it should be up there. But if you can find us on any of the places that help, get you your podcasts, and then you just subscribe and you're done. You don't have to worry about it. But we answer some listener questions and all that. We talk some Loki and a little Invincible. So yeah, check us out. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. And yeah, it's a lot. So it is very much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. I did get it back. It is live. I'm not on it as readily as I used to be. I think being suspended off of the site and kind of realizing how much notifications and all the dings and all that stuff kind of took up, really kind of, I'm in the process of kind of just, occasionally checking these places, but not sitting down. I've caught myself a little bit just kind of numbing out to just Twitter feeds and stuff. But that's not fun. So, but you can follow me on there sometimes. I'm on there sometimes, whatever. Yeah, that's it. I am going to go post this probably, and I'm probably not going to, whatever. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week.